Hey guys, it's Kiki again from Eat More to Weigh Less. I hope you've had a chance to check out your quick start guide, and I just wanted to come to you and answer a few questions that we get from a lot of people when they're first reading through the quick start guide or the starter kit. And you're going to see two terms mentioned quite a bit throughout your journey. Maybe you're looking through the website or you're talking to someone in the forum or in the starter kit. You're going to see the terms TDEE and BMR. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what those terms mean and what they have to do with your weight loss journey and with you striving to reach your goals. I'm going to try to not make it too scientific because, let's face it, a lot of us really don't get that into the science. I do. I love the science, but my goal with Eat More to Weigh Less is to always bring it to you in terms that you can understand and relate to and not get too sciencey with it. There's always someone that you can go to for that, if that's what you need. But the basis of Eat More to Weigh Less is centered around two numbers, and that is your TDEE and your BMR. Your TDEE, that stands for your total daily energy expenditure. Basically, that's your maintenance calories. That's the amount of calories that you need to do everything that you do all day long. So you have your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. That's the amount of calories that you need to simply lay in bed and breathe. So when you add in all the activity that you do during the day, that's what takes you from BMR calories to TDEE calories, okay? So remember, there's bed rest calories, and then there's everything else you do calories. So that's the BMR and that's the TDEE. Essentially, the reason why we like you to know those two numbers is because most people are eating well below the lowest number, and that's the BMR. They're eating well below bed rest calories. So once you get out of bed in the morning, walk around, brush your teeth, chase after the kids, whatever it is you're doing, you're already burning well above that amount of calories. So if your BMR is 1,400 calories and you're eating a diet that has you at 1,200 calories, then what you're going to find is that eventually that's what leads to this crash metabolism that we're always talking about. Your body begins to try to budget calories. And so what you'll find is that just like when you're on any budget, the first thing to go are what your body considers to be extras. So we tend to think automatically that that's what I want. I want my body to get rid of extras because we think the extras means that we're going to get rid of fat, but that's not the case. Extras in the case of what your body needs to maintain is whatever processes in your body that your body deems unnecessary, which is typically your muscle, your bones, even your brain tissue. So the things that your body begins to start breaking down when you're not eating enough is actually not fat. So while in the beginning you do seem like you're losing weight, it's not necessarily fat that you're losing. So a lot of people, they get it mixed up and they get caught in having these diets that are well below BMR because they think the lower the better. What we want you to focus on with Eat More to Weigh Less is you want your weight loss journey, which we prefer for you to think of as your fat loss journey, to be focused around eating as much as possible and still losing weight, not focusing on eating the minimal amount. So we want you to find out what your TDEE is, your maintenance level calories, and we only want you to eat a small percentage less than that, which we recommend 5, 10, 15% max. Because when you start going too far below that, you're going to start seeing a lot of let's say things that you don't want to see, which we're going to talk about in another video, but you're going to start seeing your body perform in ways that are well below par, and you're going to start seeing it change in ways that are unacceptable to you as far as what you were actually striving for in the first place. So we want you to always stay focused on what you're actually burning versus where you want to be. So you only want to reduce that amount by 15% max. So when you figure out that amount, which we have a calculator on the site, and you should have gotten the link to that in your quick start guide. You want to click that link, go to the weight loss calculator, and this number is going to be individual to you based on your stats. So my TDEE is not going to be the same as yours. So we want you to go in and you enter your own weight, sex, height, everything in that calculator, and it's going to give you a personalized number. Now there's other ways of finding this number. There's a lot of gadgets nowadays, like Fitbit or like Body Media Fit, Jawbone Up, different devices that also give you a general idea of how much you're burning. So if you're using one of those devices, it's the same thing. You get your average TDEE that it's giving you, whatever the total daily amount of energy that you're burning, total calories, and we only want you to eat 15% less than that for fat loss. If you are deciding to do a metabolism reset, you're going to eat at that amount, which means that wherever you are right now, maybe you're under BMR, maybe you're slightly above that, you would want to start working your way up to your maintenance level calories or TDEE. So that's the reason why that number is important. We don't want you to get overly focused on the numbers, but we like to point them out to you in the very beginning of the journey because we want you to understand how much so many of us are under eating by in the beginning. So we want to make sure that that number stands out to you just as a goal of what you're going to strive for, and for you to know a reasonable amount for what your deficit should be. So in the next video, I'm going to explain a little bit more to you about why eating less and exercising more will backfire. So you'll understand even a little bit more of why these two numbers are so important. But for now, I know that that is more than enough to digest. Those numbers and the letters and everything just start to seem so confusing. So we want you to go ahead now, if you haven't already, and figure out what your personal numbers are and what you should be striving for. And I want you to look out for the next video where I will explain that to you of why eating more and exercising maybe even less might be the better way to go. All right, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.